preseason game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, he told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Hits inside, it's Henderson. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Push is ahead. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying to take it back. He gets a block. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jackson. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And they swarm him under.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on third down, say it. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Throwing, say it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Making the adjustment. Saying from the gun on third down. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Scott. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got the quick pass. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys...
Going for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Back to pass on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Henderson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. At the 20. And he'll down, Crimson Tide.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Julian saying to throw. Nearly intercepted.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Tries to do it himself.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Look out. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Saying to throw for it on 4th. They're all over it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
bunch on second down. On the ground, it's Henderson. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. Makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In the backfield, it's Smith. He'll be dropped.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Here's Sayin to throw. Rush is on. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Say it. Under pressure. Right side, it's Smith. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They run the revert. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Searching for space. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sends it back in motion. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Jackson. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to take a shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll run it to the right side. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. He's changing the play. Sayin throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Trying to do it himself. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use. Try to put up points before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Fourth down, say it. Lets it fly. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Mustangs with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Throwing, say it. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Moving the pocket, it's Sayin. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Crump. Got him right there.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Making the adjustment on the play. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Jackson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Here's Sayin to throw. Here comes the heat. Finds his tight end. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Looking for the score. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Saying to throw for it on fourth. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shots.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. Dragged down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Henderson. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done. And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, I'm the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day. If you're this quarterback right now, you know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Let's
going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Alabama! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. And now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Cross. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Saying from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, say it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Off play action on first down. Caught. Touchdown tie. And the pummeling has started. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4 wide out set. Say it. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Saying to throw for it on fourth. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Look out. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Rolled his way into the end zone.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They're all over him. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Bama! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Glover. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On the direct snap, it's Cross. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fourth down, say it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down. So this offense can capitalize off the desperate fourth down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cross. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team, that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Say it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes a deep grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second and long here. Left side is Smith. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, say it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And, man, this defense has been so good today.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Here's Julian saying to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy.